What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm Blake McLain, and I'm a music producer. So lately, I've made a bit of a habit, pun intended. Oh God, that's terrible. Of going to concerts and doing reviews of them. That's kind of what I would really like to do. So if you guys have any suggestions for other reviews, let me know down in the comments. But this past week, I had the opportunity to go and see Tomlinson in Atlanta, and basically the way this is going to work, it's going to be a bit of an experiment here. I've got some vlog footage. I've got footage from the show, and I'm going to talk about the structure of it, the points that stuck out to me, basically the whole experience, and kind of run you guys through everything and tell you about how it was. So it's going to kind of jump back and forth a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and jump right in. All right, so it's time to head to the Tomlinson concert. I'm stoked. I have a flight to Atlanta, and I'm literally going to get off the plane, meet up with April, and go straight to the venue. So this is going to be a blast. So April is a good friend of mine that she also kind of helps me with the channel and all sorts of things like that. She lives in Atlanta, and when I told her I was going, she's like, I'm there. I'm coming. So we met up, and it's always more fun to go to a concert with somebody else, And I'm wearing crazy pants, so let's go. The pants were a good choice, by the way. Oh. So for those of you that don't follow me on Twitter, you might not know, I had a day that day. It was a long day. I was supposed to fly out of Tampa at like 12, or no, what was it? It was actually like 2:18 is when I was supposed to fly out. Concert started at, I believe he went on at 9, and then you had Sunroom, the opening band, which was fantastic, by the way. Surf Rock, they were so cool. I'll put their stuff down in the description. But anyway, so I was kind of already on a time crunch, and I got there, and I sat in the airport, like in the terminal for, 2 hours, and 2:18, the time that I was supposed to take off, passed. Nothing changed. Everyone was just sitting there. And I was like, am I in the right place? Also, they had changed our terminals like 4 times. And so I kept having to run across the airport and get to the next one, hoping and praying I wasn't going to miss it. And I overheard some people talking to, oh my gosh, I think one of the captains or something like that. And, or captains, one of the pilots, my brain, talking to one of the pilots, and they were saying it's going to be like another hour and a half to possibly 2 hours before we even board the flight. And so I'm sitting there like, okay, well, this sucks. I don't want to be late, and it's going to be, Atlanta traffic and all that stuff. So I was kind of freaking out just a little bit. So I went and I was like, I'm going to have a glass of wine. So I went and sat in the Columbia, and I got a big glass of wine, sat for like an hour. And then I started to get a feeling. I was like, you know what? I can't hear anything over the loudspeakers here. I hope they aren't boarding without me knowing. So I finished really quick and, signed my ticket and walked out. And as I walk out, I look over and nobody is sitting there waiting for the plane anymore. And I was like, oh God, I missed the flight. They had boarded everyone. I was the last person to board, and I made it by like this much. So I'm incredibly lucky. I did get pretty lucky with my seat too. I was like right up front.
Someone is blocking the doors. Please move away from the doors.
It wasn't me. Also, I got there and I pretty much rushed out. Because, again, I wanted to make sure we got there on time, and we had general admission tickets, so I knew there was going to be a long line for everything. And I wanted to get in and see everything and get a good spot and all that.
The next stop is for A gates. A as in Alpha.
You mean it? ATL's got it.
I wish I had known I was going to do a vlog kind of thing like this, because I would have taken more footage of the crowd and the line and everything like that. But I got to meet some amazing people, some amazing subscribers to the channel, and everyone was just so nice and welcoming and cordial. It was really a surreal experience for me. And so I got to take a bunch of cool pictures with people and everything. I'll put those up on the screen, and their Twitter handles as well, or their Instagram handles. Check them out. Go follow them. Again, amazing people. It was an absolute blast. So I've never had anything like that. It was cool. So thank you guys for subscribing. Okay, so now into the show. Honestly, the venue choice, amazing. It was like a House of Blues, but a little bit, it almost felt like classier. It was kind of cool, although I love House of Blues. That's like home to me. You know, I love the aesthetic of it and everything, but this place was so sick. The chandeliers were gorgeous. It was packed full of people. I mean, you should have seen the line waiting to get in. It wrapped all the way around the Braves Stadium. It was massive. But again, everybody was so nice, you know, and nobody was really going crazy or anything like that. So it was cool. This is the intro. So he started out with "We Made It," which is actually kind of ironic because I barely made it. Oh, I'm stopping with the jokes. I'm not doing the dad jokes anymore. No more. Everyone's going to unsubscribe. And that big reverse snare, too, to have those as loops when you're playing live really just hits you right in the chest. That right there is exactly what you want with a live show. You want to suck people in, and to have that little swell there, honestly, for me, that gave me chills immediately. It's brilliant. And it's such a tiny detail, but things like that are so important. I'm gonna play it again. And you can see, I mean, you can hear, listen to how spot on he is vocally. I mean, he's crushing it. And the lights were so well timed, so well thought out, so well put together, which for me, I mean, that whole aesthetic, the lights, the music, everything, you know, needs to be in congruence with one another. You know, everything needs to flow and feel like it's playing off of the other, and really it does it, especially with the red lights. Oh. Okay, so after that, he played Drag Me Down, which was amazing to hear the crowd sing that. Like, that was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It was pretty cool.
Keep it going.
And that bass drop too. I mean, they do have that in the actual song, but to feel it live really gets you, hits you right in the chest. Hear some of the little loops like that hey and stuff like that. Those are all timed up, so the drummer plays to a click, and all of the loops are essentially perfectly in time with that click. So then everybody follows the drummer, and everything falls right into place as long as the drummer is spot on, which is why the drummer is so unbelievably important live.
I've been waiting for a while. I know some of you have as well. All I'm gonna say, right at the start of this show, I feel the energy. I see you jumping.
Now, this is the first bit of interaction that I've gotten to see of him with the fans and everything. And honestly, he just looks so at home with them and interacting with them, you know, and it feels like it's a giant family. Honestly, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, right? The shows have been unbelievable so far. I'm lucky, very, very lucky. All that means is tonight we got to go one further and make it unbelievable. Alright, let me have a drink, and this is Don't Let It Break Your Heart.
I think that was me. Doing bad. That's totally me. Wow. I don't even remember doing the harmony.
Life gets hard and it gets messed up when you get so much and it's not enough. The high's too high and the low's too low. When you love someone and they let you go, don't you let it kill you, even when it hurts like you. Oh, whatever tears you apart, don't let it break your heart.
So something else that I want to talk about with a show is whenever you write an album, you think about the live show and how everything is going to be put together, how it's all going to flow, and how people are going to feel things live. Because what you want is you want to bring them up, bring them down, bring them up, bring them down, and continue to just push and pull the whole time, you know? And so to have this order really works extremely well. You go two really nice, hard songs at the very beginning, and then you bring it down a little bit, you know, give everyone a chance to breathe, and then you keep it going. Now, the amount of people just bawling their eyes out. Honestly, I looked next to me and one of my friends was standing there and she just goes, "Why would you do this to me so early in the show?" Like, it just takes you and rips your heart up. But again, it's bringing everyone down before you bring them back up, you know?
Yeah, I know that you won't get this, so I'll leave a message so I know. This moment I woke up still dreaming, with memories playing through my head.
And for him, I have a feeling that this song will never change. Like, the emotional delivery of it will never, ever change because of, you know, what it's about and everything. But you can just feel it. You can hear the cracking in his voice. You can hear everything. I mean, it's raw.
The two of us, even when I'm on my own, I know I won't be alone. Tattooed on my heart, the words to your favorite song. I know you'll be looking down, so I'm gonna make you proud. I'll be living one life for the two of us.
See, this is what I mean. You bring it back up just a little bit. Now it's starting to rise.
I still feel taken. I should've known. I went to so many places, looking for you in the faces. I can feel it. Oh, I can feel it. I'm wasting my time when it was always you.
And actually live, because of how big the drums sounded and the guitars and the vocals and everything, this had an almost 30 Seconds to Mars flair to it, you know, which I'm a huge fan of those big, just stadium sounding drums, and they did an amazing job at that. Actually really would have been cool to have like a little dotted eighth delay on that guitar to like pull it up in, but they probably didn't want to go for that. I thought this was an interesting choice to go to Too Young this quickly because, you know, again, you just kind of brought people back up. I'd keep them there for a little bit longer. That's one of the only small issues I had with this. You know, it kind of felt like, okay, so there's ballad, a little bit faster, ballad again. You know what I mean?
We were too young to know we had everything too young. yeah. I wish I could have seen it all along. Sorry that I hurt you, darling. Oh, you were too young. I've been looking back a lot lately. Me and you is all I've ever known. It's hard to think you could ever hate me.
And you know what's interesting too? You can feel a little bit of the tension in his voice here, like small, tiny pitch issues, but I think it's because of the emotional content of this song. You know, like you could see it in his eyes just a little bit there, how much he's thinking about it, how much he's putting into it, you know, and it's kind of, you know, your muscles sort of tense up. It's like, think about if you're going to cry, you know, or you're going to be upset about something, everything kind of starts to do this. So, you know, in turn, your pitch plays a little bit, but honestly, I think it just adds to the character, especially live.
But everything's feeling different now.
See, there was even a little aggression there.
Oh, I can't believe I gave in to the pressure. They said a love like this would never last. So I cut you off 'cause I didn't know no better. Now I realize, yeah, I realize we were too young to know we had everything too young. I wish I could have seen it all along. Sorry that I hurt you, darling. Oh, we were too young. Ooh, we were too.
Those harmonies were spot on too. They did such a good job. I mean, his band is incredible. And see, now you're bringing it back up, giving a little bit of oomph. Especially with that bass. That bass tone was fantastic. It had some nice grit. Pretty heavy compression on that bass too, live. I do also want to say his cover of Seven was fantastic, and it's 7th on the set list, which is so cool. I love the little plays on things. I think stuff like that is absolutely brilliant.
Tell me, do you still remember feeling young, strong enough to get it wrong in front of all these people?
You know, looking back now, I really do see that's kind of what his whole set list does. It continues to push and pull, but on a smaller scale. So it's like faster, slower, faster, slower, faster, slower the whole time, instead of going like slow and then a couple fast ones and then slow again. But he also has a lot of mid-tempo songs, I guess. So working those in, you've got to be kind of careful about how you place them and where you place them. Oh, and I took this because honestly, his guitarist crushed it. The solo on Fearless was amazing. And I just think, you know, they deserve the recognition because that band was spot on all night long. Absolutely amazing. So shout out to them. And he's playing that semi-hollow body guitar too, so it's got this nice sort of gritty bluesy tone. Sitting on those toms too. Oh, they sound so good. And this just goes to show that first and foremost, this is a rock show. which warms my heart to know that all of these people are so excited about this music and about what he's doing. You know, I mean, it's about time stuff like this came back around. And that walk down is so dark. Habit was just really solid. You know, there's a lot of these. I'm not going to talk about every single song, but Habit was really solid. And everybody was just screaming the lyrics.
Right, come on, make it loud, let's hear you. You could do better.
What an amazing feeling that has to be. Okay, so I wanted to play this bit because this really got me. I thought this was absolutely amazing because you don't see this with a lot of other artists, but he cares so much about his audience and his fans. Again, it's like a family, you know? I mean, he stopped songs multiple times to make sure people had water or weren't being crushed, you know, because he knew that they had been out there for so long. You know, I mean, I think some of them camped out for like a full day prior or something like that. I mean, really crazy. But, you know, whatever they give, he gives right back, which is unheard of.
Okay, done.
But that is the way it should be. And honestly, it was inspiring to me too on a deep level.
Let's do it again.
And so he starts the song back up. And so that was the first time.
I know it's with the best intention, but careful chucking waters in. Sound like a teacher, didn't I?
See, he's just looking around, looking for anybody that needs any kind of help.
Anyone who needs water, just let these guys know if we can get some more water as well, because it looks like we're running out. Just give it a minute. In the middle, where it says help us. Security, if someone could get over to there into the middle, please, where it says help us. Thank you. Sooner rather than later, please. And over there as well, please. There's only Somniacs. Right, hang on one sec. Nice bit of info. Just, if everyone, just for me, could just, there's no seats, is there? Just push, like, not push, but carefully go back a little bit, because I think if there's enough room at the back. Where are you? Where's that lucky girl? Bless you, thank you. Right, we're going to give it 2 more minutes, or obviously however long it needs, but if there is anyone else who needs any water or anything, just hold your torches on for those messages on the phone. They work. Obviously within...
And see, this is really cool too. All the fans are completely respecting this. And they're not trying to just get his attention for no reason. They're actually working alongside him to make sure everybody else is taken care of and okay, you know, shining their lights on him and everything, making sure security gets to him. That is so cool. It's so cool. And I've seen the complete other side of this. And, you know, I mean, these are the fans that you want. He is incredibly lucky to have them. I think he leads by example.
Right, and I just want to say before we get back on with the show, it doesn't matter how many times this happens, don't ever hesitate. Whoever's around and you can help me out like that by pointing them out, it doesn't matter how many times this happens, we'll finish the show. Alright, let's take a little sigh of relief. And this is just all done. Come on then. Over here, please.
And you can tell he feels a little bad for stopping the show, but at the same time, he cares. He cares that much.
Give me 1 minute.
So, and you can even see kind of the look on his face there. I just feel almost like he was extremely, extremely concerned, to the point that, you know, he was gone for a little bit. He walked off stage. The band started walking off stage. You'll see here in a second. I think he was considering canceling the show. I'm almost positive. And I'm thinking somebody said, Louis, it'll be okay. Just go back out. We'll make sure everything is taken care of.
Turn the phone off.
Feeling great. You might want to find a place at the back and just have a moment, or go and get some water on the sides. But I'm going to try my best to keep the show rolling, all right?
See, somebody told him that. They're like, listen, we'll get water for everyone. We'll make sure things are taken care of. Just keep going. It'll be okay. We'll make sure the fans are taken care of. But again, that deep level of concern just shook me. I thought that was incredible. You just don't see it. I can't express that enough.
All right, this is just all on. Let's have it.
Also, I wanted to shout out these guys. I turned around while Louis was back behind stage, and I called over the sound guy and talked to him and just told him, honestly, everything sounded incredible. That kick drum was just getting me right in the chest, which is what I listen for, you know, and I listen to the drums so much because I feel like they're, you know, the core of everything, but everything was just perfectly in sync. So they did an incredible job, and they deserve the recognition. So sweet. You guys are awesome.
Never been so defenseless. Never been so defenseless. You just keep on building up defenses. But I've never been so defenseless.
These songs work live so well because of all the tom usage. There's so much on there that it, you know, it is centered basically around the toms. So you get this big drivey feel live, and it's such a great play, especially for, you know, more rock based music, like alternative bass like this. Now this was one of the coolest things. Beautiful War. Oh my God, it looked so cool sitting here and watching everyone go back and forth, you know, and sway. I mean, I got some pretty cool shots of this. But again, everybody's just so involved. This was brilliant. So the people next to me, I love this song, actually. This is one of my favorite songs. It hits so well, and it's got this old, like, 80s rock kind of sound to it. So it's one of my favorites, and it fits his voice so well. It was a great choice. If he's going to put any of those in here, Little Black Dress is a perfect choice. But what's really funny is, and you'll see it in a second, is the flag that the people next to me had. Crushed the solo, by the way.
It's a colorful cloud.
And of course, this was fantastic. This was really well placed, actually, especially to come right after Little Black Dress, because it's right at that mid-tempo spot, so it hits beautifully.
The day you walked away and took the higher ground. It's the day that I became the man
And that slide with all that extra distortion on it sounded so sick.
that I am now. But these high walls came up short. Now I stand taller than them all. These high walls never broke my soul. Now I watch them all come falling down. I watch them all come falling down.
I also want to mention there was no effect on his vocal. There's no tune, there's nothing. Everything is real and raw, which that's one of the first things I listen for, at a show, is how much of this is a crutch. No crutches here. None. Real artistry. It's a real performance.
These high walls now I stand taller than them all.
Oh, this was a bunch of people singing No Control, which I just thought was funny. What's really cool about this too, and I just want to say, because I know there's a lot of people that, are solo Louis stans, or people that came from, listening to One Direction or from other places. And honestly, I just think it's amazing that everybody can unite under one place and enjoy the same music and, have the same experience. And it's like everybody sort of unites under one. And everybody has different backgrounds, but everybody's there for the same reason. And I think that's amazing. Gives me chills.
Sure glories on the fame. I've been close enough to touch, but I never cared for love. It's a church of brown promises, and too far gone to pray. It's a solo song, and it's only for the brave. Let's hear ya. The truth tell, darling, you feel like there ain't enough dying stars in your sky. Pour mercy, mercy on me. I'll fall upon my knees, and they'll say I told you so. Come on, when you know, you know. All the lonely shadow dances from the cradle to the grave. It's a solo song, and it's only for the brave.
So this is Only the Brave, and honestly, this was one of the most impactful songs of the night. To see all of these people that have come together that are all overwhelmingly inspired and built up by even just a singular song like this. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It was so cool. It gave me chills. Like, honestly, it gave me chills. For everything that they might have gone through, they have something like this that can just build them up and pull them out of whatever they're dealing with. I mean, as a songwriter, as a musician, as an artist, that is what you strive for. That's what you hope for. You write something and you hope that people latch onto it and they feel it and they apply it to their lives, and it, creates something extremely special in their lives, something that nothing else can. And he absolutely, watching this, seeing it live, he accomplished that, bar none. Very last song, went out with a bang, Kill My Mind. So this is actually pretty funny. Quick story. So as Kill My Mind was playing, which fantastic freaking song, by the way. Honestly, that was the first one that when I heard it, I was like, I'm sold. I love this. I love his style. I love everything about it. Anyway, so this dad was in the back up on the gate, kind of where we were. And I guess April turned to him and was like, so are you like a fan of Louis, or anything? And he goes, well, no, my daughter is, but honestly, how is Kill My Mind not on the radio? That song is incredible, and it belongs on the radio. And I was like, that's the damn truth, man. Honestly, it really does. And I would love to hear music like this playing on the radio, which I guess radio really isn't that relevant anymore. But as a whole, I would love to see it grow. And really, after watching the show, I think Louis is just going to continue to skyrocket. And more people are going to be inspired, and more people are going to latch onto his music and his messages and, his personality and his feel. And I mean, I just can't say enough about it. This show was, bar none, incredible. It was one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. It's definitely up there with a lot of the other ones I've seen. This was fantastic. And the fans made it. He made it and the fans made it together. I've just never witnessed anything like that. And again, it inspired me to, interact with people on a different wavelength. You know what I mean? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what the future holds for him and for myself now. I mean, I'm happy I walked away with something as incredible as this. That was the last thing I expected. So anyways, thank you all so much for hanging around. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you want me to go to more shows, next time I'll bring like a nice camera and do all that stuff too. This was kind of unexpected, so it was a little, I guess, blotchy. But let me know who you want me to go and see, and I'll see if I can make it happen. So thanks again for hanging around, and until next time, I will catch you later. Louis, if you watch this, dude, crushed it, man. Show was incredible.